This is Dark Matters.
We've got a fantastic show for you tonight.
We do.
This is our money. It's our big money show.
Big money and no whammies.
No whammies. That's right.
What's funny is I don't. They revived that show, and I don't know what. I don't. It's Press Your Luck, right?
Yeah.
Is the show with whammies?
Oh, pardon me.
They
Yeah. Has any revived game show ever been any good? Like I was watching the match game.
Oh.
There's a new match game where they're trying to do, because the problem with revived game shows is they always try to make them modern. So there's a new match game hosted by Alec Baldwin where they try to do it retro, but it's just sucks. They have like the old theme song and stuff, but it's so flat.
Yeah, when I see the because I think they do the same thing for Match Game, and it to me just looks like the Chunky from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, I haven't watched season 2 of I haven't watched season 2 yet.
This is the Chunky was in the first season. But
It was? Wait, which sketch is that?
Yeah, I literally don't know. The Chunky is the only character, and it's like the game show sketch. There's a character called a Chunky. Anyway.
Hopefully our guest, Madeline
We
Gerwig,
need her.
will call in. She is the author of the book the book is called My Browser Money is an Energy Game.
Money is an energy game, and we're not talking about nuclear or spending a bunch of electricity to mine some bitcoins. We're talking about energy.
Well, we're talking about manifesting money into your life. Hopefully we'll be talking about that. She's supposed to call at 10 and she hasn't called yet, so that'll be fun.
We'll give her some of the old Dark Matters business.
Yeah. Man, my stomach hurts a lot. How are you doing, Mike?
You've said that, and we since we were talking before the show. You what, like, how does it hurt? What is the? Can you
like
describe
a
the stomach
sharp
pain?
gas pain.
Wait.
It's really fun.
It's tough pain.
It's hard.
Tough.
It's hard being me.
It is hard being you, because you're a gassy man, and I didn't realize just how much until I came over to your place last week.
Oh man, I was all beamed up when you came by. I was really beamed up.
You were all beamed up.
I was beamed up.
Are you still vegan, or are you?
Well, check this out. So if you can see my arm, look at this. I got this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
check out that armpit. So this is a glucose sensor. This is a Freestyle Libra Freestyle Libra glucose sensor.
Sure.
So I got this little doohickey, and it's like it measures my blood sugar. I can do it with my phone. I'll do it now just for fun. So you like do the thing. You hold your phone up to your armpit, which is super weird, and it vibrates. Oh no, it's too high. And then it tells you what your blood sugar is. But I got this little device, and now I found out. So like, I've been like eating all this fruit and then measuring my blood sugar, and then I've been checking it. Like, you check it like an hour or two later, and I'm like, oh wow, I can eat all this fruit. My blood sugar is totally fine. But now, thanks to this guy that monitors it all the time, I found out like the second that I eat fruit, my blood sugar goes like through the roof, like really crazy high.
Really?
And then it goes right. It goes like it's like a mountain. It's like Everest.
It's very high.
Yeah.
Is it very bad to have like what is the problem?
So
what is the problem with like either high or low blood sugar? I
so
don't know.
Low blood sugar, you can die. Which I'm type 2 diabetic. You don't really have to worry about low. This might just be diabetes matters because our guest is not dialed in yet. Madeline, Madeline, if you're listening, give us a call. We've got the back. Given you 2 numbers there: the regular number and the backup number. Do I have it? Hold on. Do I have a number for her?
Dark.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see. Here's her backup number. Should we call it? It's a 3. I'm gonna call her number in a second.
All right.
If we don't hear from her in the next couple minutes. If you have low blood sugar, you can die. And really, if you have type 2 diabetes, that doesn't really happen unless you take insulin and you take too much. If you take too much insulin, you can die from low blood sugar. Your body goes into like shock or something. I don't know because I don't really have to worry about it too much. If you have high blood sugar, there are like certain cells in your body, like a lot of cells in your body can regulate how much sugar gets into them, like most of the cells in your body, but there are certain cells that basically the blood goes right to them and there's no filter. So it's like your kidney cells, the cells in the back of your eye, and then the nerve cells in your extremities, they kind of just get exposed. They get exposed to the high blood sugar without before it can be filtered out. So that's why people with diabetes, like, they have problems with their hands and feet, mostly feet. And then you can go blind, or your kidney can go kaput and you'll need a kidney transplant or dialysis, because those are the cells that get affected by your blood sugar.
This is Diabetes Matters, and I'm learning
Diabetes
quite a lot.
Matters. So it's not something that happens right away. Like it's something that happens, gradually over time. So the more that you get exposed to it, the more you're damaging your body.
Yep.
But I can feel it. If my blood sugar goes high, like, my feet start to get numb. It's really weird.
Jeez.
It's bad. Yeah, and my brother who's diabetic and he's in his 60s, he was telling me that he had double vision and he was basically like almost blind from diabetes because his was not well controlled.
Boy.
And the rapper Biz Markie, I believe, just died from complications of diabetes. It's a serious thing. So anyway, moral of the story is that I found out that I'm eating like all this fruit, and I measure my blood sugar like an hour or two later. I'm like, oh, it didn't do anything. Well, it turns out it's doing it really quickly, and then it's going right back down. So it's really bad. So now I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I have to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna eat. It's a constant battle in my life. This is Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
All right, I'm gonna call a guest on the backup line. Let's see if it connects.
Maybe it'll be Ian Roberts' wife.
We don't know Ian Roberts' wife's name, so, and of course our.
Hello?
Oh, hi, is this Madeline?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Madeline. This is Frankie from the Dark Matter show. We were supposed to have an interview tonight. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Oh, you are not disturbing me, and I am sorry. I completely missed my time reminder here. I apologize. Let me see. I was looking for I didn't get the instructions for how to connect with you tonight.
Oh, I think
Did you send them to Missy?
I did. I had sent them to Missy, yeah, but I sent them this morning. But well, that's no problem because you're connected now. If if this works for you.
Okay. Now, do you want to call me back on my landline because you might get a better connection?
I
have a land.
Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. Because she only gave me this one. Okay, hold on. Let me jot that down. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, great. I'll call you on that line right now.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
This is Everybody Be Cool Manners.
I muted that. That was muted, right? Her phone number didn't go out. I feel like I did it. I feel like I did it right. I muted it.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I hope so. I don't know if I don't have the. Okay, good. I don't have the window, like if the sound comes in too late through Twitch to me to be able to have any focus. So
here we go.
Hi, this is Madeline.
Hey, Madeline, it's Frankie calling you back.
Hi.
Are you ready? Are you ready to go? I can bring my co-host Michael on here.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, everybody, we've got Madeline Gerwick here. She is one of the co-authors of Money is an Energy Game, and you're also a business astrologer, which I find really interesting. Maybe we could talk about a little bit later. And I've got my co-host Michael Bilo here. This is kind of perfect that we have you on tonight because Michael is actually going to be on a game show tomorrow where he can win a ton of money. He's going to be on The Chase on ABC. I don't know if you've heard of that show.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're hoping
Very cool.
We're hoping we can use some energy to attract some money to him tonight.
Yes, absolutely you can. Absolutely, yes. And there's a number of things that you can do to attract that. My favorite one is to simply thank the universe in advance for having already provided you winning. So, and you can specify a certain amount of money, or you can just leave it up to the universe by saying this much or more. and what you want to do is you want to definitely be thanking the universe for a minimum of 17 seconds. You have to get the 17 seconds to combust the energy to the next highest level. And you want to thank the universe for a total of at least 68 seconds a day. So you could do that today, and then tomorrow before you start.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want to do is feel absolutely joyful that you won all this money while you're doing it. You see, so and you want to use the words, "Thank you for having already provided." Because that is what brings it into the present moment. You don't want to ask for something because if you ask for something, you expect it in the future, but you will never arrive in the future, right? So you want it to be in the present moment. So you want to thank the universe for having already provided it.
I see. So this is even for something that is in my future, or like it is in my future.
Right.
I'm envisioning it as already having happened, and I am just grateful for this thing already having happened before.
Yes, and you can put in any details that you want. About the show, about how it comes to you. But I should also tell you that it may come to you in other ways.
Well, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, you'd be okay with that, right? Yeah. So years ago, my husband had cancer, and his chemo was costing like $6,000 or $7,000 each time we did it, and the insurance would only pay $1,000. And so we were building up a pretty massive bill, and the town had a big ducky race for the 4th of July, and one of the possibilities was that you could win $50,000. And so I thanked the universe every day for this $50,000. But we did not win the ducky race. But 2 days later, we went into his clinic, and they had arranged for us to get $60,000 from the manufacturer to cover his bill.
Wow.
How did you
it did
feel?
come in, you see, in a different way.
Yeah. how did you feel in that day? You know, that day between the ducky race and the when you had that windfall.
Oh, I was so disappointed, and I was like, well, I know it should have come, man. I did all this, it should be here, and then of course the next day we went in, and I think our mouths just fell open. We were so shocked because of course we didn't know about that possibility. And of course that's always the human mind is always thinking of the how, but the universe is actually the one responsible for the how. So it's important to let the universe deliver it to you in the best way it knows how. And it may have a better idea, which it did. It had a better idea, see? It got me 10,000 more.
You got more, yeah.
The other way. Yeah.
Now you had you had said, I think, 17 times and 68 was, I forget if it was 68 minutes or
17 seconds.
17 seconds, sorry.
Yeah,
that
17 seconds
yeah.
is the minimum for each time you do it, yeah.
And how did you come upon 17? Like for instance, I do it for 16, it's no good, and then 17. So where did we determine that was the exact amount?
So that was information from Abraham via Esther Hicks, and Abraham, I think you would probably describe him as a group, but when we hear a name, we always think of a single entity. But I think you would probably describe Abraham as a group of from the other side that was channeling through Esther Hicks. And that's where that information came from. And the 68 seconds was also from that. And I have to say, it's never failed me. It's never failed me. Done correctly, it's never failed me. Now, you can thwart it by having thoughts or feelings related to, oh, this isn't going to work, or, no one's ever going to deliver X amount of money to me or whatever. Because you're always creating to your last thought. So if you thank the universe for having already delivered it, and then you send out a thought that says, oh, this is never going to work, then the universe thinks, oh, you don't want it, you see. And so it steps on the brake from sending it to you, you see. So when you're thanking the universe for having already sent you something, even though it's in your future, you're basically asking the universe to bring this to you, and so it's like you're stepping on the gas pedal, so to speak, to get that item, whatever it is. And then if you are, then going off and thinking, oh well, this isn't going to work, or whatever negative thought that you have, you want to cancel clear that thought, and then you want to definitely substitute a positive thought. Of course the universe wants me to have X, whatever X is, you see, because it does want you to have it, because you're part of the creative system for the universe, you see. So it wants you to have it, whatever it is. As long as you are clear with your intention, it will bring it to you. Your intention or desire, then yeah, it'll bring it to you.
So you must be pretty rich, I'm guessing.
Well, I'm not poor. That's for sure.
Yeah. How many bedrooms are we talking about in the Gerwick household?
Well, actually, I only have 3 bedrooms, but I have an office in my house, and actually 2 offices in my house. But it's not necessarily that everybody wants a giant house, you see. Giant houses come with a lot of additional responsibilities in terms of taking care and maintaining it, you see. So everybody's different in terms of what they want. So
Right. So you don't
not
necessarily.
everybody wants.
Right. You would have to manifest that if that's something that you wanted. I kind of agree with you there. Actually, I don't really
Right.
want. There's a lot of huge houses in my area, and I can't afford them. But it does seem like even we have a pretty modest house here, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to take care of. So I can't imagine. I wouldn't want a huge house either. I guess.
I
is
don't
what I'm
want a
saying.
big house.
Yeah.
Because now I happen to have a yard that is got an amazing garden. So my focus is on my beautiful garden, and I put a lot of time and energy into that. And just to maintain that garden takes a lot of effort, but it's beautiful. So, and it brings me a lot of joy. So that is something that I can't easily duplicate in another house in my area, because my yard is bigger than an average yard, and I had a lot of time to develop a lot of trees and shrubs and flowers and so forth that would take years to duplicate. So I'm happy to have my house, which has my gorgeous garden. See, so everybody's different in terms of what they want, and that's actually part of the beauty of it. You see, because everybody has different things that they want to create, and that's part of the great diversity that we have. So
Yeah.
I wrote a good timing guide for people to do things at auspicious times, and other people have written other things, and some people are creating clothing, and some people are making shoes, and so on. You see, so
Yeah.
it just depends on what the person wants.
Yeah. Now this is a great time. Now Michael, this is a game, the game show The Chase that he's on tomorrow night. This is it's a game of skill where he's gonna have to answer questions, quickly. But can he still? Is there a way to that we could kind of help him right now, kind of channel some winnings for tomorrow night?
Well, you could thank the universe for Michael having the right answers quickly on the tip of his tongue.
Is that
thank the universe in advance, right?
Right. We always want to do it in advance.
Yeah.
And does he
Yes,
have to do that? Can I do that for him? How does that work?
It's actually good if you do it together, or if you each are doing it.
Okay.
It will help to accelerate the situation. One time, my husband and I were at an astronomy banquet, and they had some really good, expensive lenses that they were giving away. And so we did this process thanking the universe for letting David win the best item for him to receive. And he got into the finalists. There were like 5 finalists chosen, and we're still workshopping. We're both doing this together, you see, for him to win the best item. And he got the biggest item
Wow.
that was offered. Yeah. And that's actually a harder thing to manifest because it's heavy. Whereas money is easy to manifest because it's lightweight.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very easy to manifest money. We don't think of it that way because we're trained not to believe such a thing. That's the best way I could put it.
So like what are other easy things for people to manifest? So it seems like certainly like a telescope is heavy, but money is light. I mean, like it's just a bank transfer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What else is easy for people?
Yeah. Well, actually, there are a lot of different things that you can use that same process for. one of my favorite things that ever happened with it was one of our guides that we had years ago was living in Show Low, Arizona when they had the big rodeo fire. And her house was going to burn first, and then the rest of the town was going to burn because she was right on the edge of the town. So we thanked the universe for having already provided complete safety for her house and the town. And of course, the entire town was evacuated. And when she got back, there was still a fireman at her house. And he told her that the fire had come up to within 1/4 mile of her house, turned around and went the other way.
Wow.
So see, you can manifest safety, you could manifest health, you could manifest a relationship, you know, the true love of your life, or however you want to put that. So it doesn't have to be a physical item. You know, there are a lot of ways that you can receive something that are joyous. You know, could be news. You know, maybe maybe you've gotten a job that you really want.
Yeah.
You see? So it doesn't have to be physical, but it can certainly be physical. I actually manifested a house one time, which I still live in this house, and I absolutely love this house.
And
but I
and
didn't
what was
pay
the
a penny for it.
wow? How did that
You know.
how did that happen?
Well, I had my mom was living in a assisted living, and it was costing her about $7,000 a month, and I was living in another place, and it was costing me maybe $1,500 a month for that place, and neither one of us owned anything. You see, and I thought, man, this is crazy. 8,000 plus, you know, 8,500 a month or whatever going out, and no one owns anything. So I started thinking about how could we buy a house. Well, it turned out that the perfect house was only a block and a half away from me, and I kind of stumbled on it one day when I was walking down to see my mom, and so everything about this house was perfect for my business, for me, for my mom, you know, everything.
Yep.
But I could not get a mortgage because my mom did not have a credit score.
Sure.
And so they wouldn't give me right. So I started thanking the universe one night. I was driving home from Seattle, which is maybe about 50 miles from where I live, and probably for about half an hour, I was thanking the universe for having already provided the perfect mortgage. Well, it finally occurred to me that maybe she had a trust, and I thought, well, is it possible that the trust could get the mortgage? And which they did. But I'll tell you something. If that hadn't been a trust, I would have won the money for that house. I was that sure it was my house.
Wow.
You see.
Wow.
And so it just depends on what, you know. But now, keep in mind that by the time I did that, I had been using this tool for quite some time, and I was familiar with it. And I was familiar with the fact that it's really just a matter of allowing it to work. You see, that the universe will provide it to you as long as you trust the universe to do so. And a lot of times that's where we get caught. You see, we don't trust the universe to provide what we've asked for. And so you can't do it. You see, basically the universe cannot ever bring you anything that you don't trust or believe in.
That's interesting.
It can only provide you experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
it can only provide you experiences.
We've got a caller on the line who's usually we have an open phone line, so a lot of times people call in with questions. If you don't mind, I'd like to
sure.
All right, here we go. Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, caller.
Well, yeah.
You're on with
on. This is
Madeline
Dark
Gerwick,
Matters.
author of
Hey,
Money is an
yeah.
Energy Game.
Miss Gerwick, very nice to speak to. I'm a big fan. I'm a businessman myself. I'm a consultant and I do other things, and I'm interested in building some long-term sustainable income. Let's say.
Okay. Those are good words to use. So you could thank the universe.
Oh, good, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
How long?
I would thank the universe for having already provided the perfect. Let's see. The best possibility for long-term sustainable income. I would use those
already
words
provided the okay.
for having
Sure.
already provided the best possibility for long-term.
Already provided the best
sustainable-
possible possibility
for a long-term sustainable.
long-term sustainable income.
And you
All
can
right.
put in whatever parameters you want.
Yeah.
So let's just suppose you want to make a certain type of widget. You
A what?
could say, well, a widget. You want to manufacture some particular product. Let's call it a
Like
product.
a
So
spinner thing. One of those finger things.
one of those what?
Like
The
a
widget
fidget
spinner,
spinner?
right.
Is
That's
that what
what
you're
you mean.
talking about?
A fidget spinner.
A widget, yeah, a widget, a product, whatever, a service.
Oh,
could be anything.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
could be
manufacturing. I
anything.
didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. So you can put in whatever type of product or service or specification about how you would like to do it. You can say, hey, I'm really good at X, Y, and Z. I'd like to find the best way to utilize my skills to provide the best possibility for long-term sustainable income.
Okay.
And you can do this. Now, one time, I wanted to get my message out to 100,000 people. So I just started thanking the universe every day for having already provided the perfect way for me to get my message out to at least 100,000 people. So I did this every day for about 6 weeks. And then I got a request asking me if I would be a radio show host.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, no shit. So that's what happened, and I had that show for 5.5 years, and then I quit to.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so then I quit to write the book. Money is an Energy Game.
Sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
So that is that where most of your money comes from now? The books, the whole racket.
Well, I do get money from books. That's for sure. I also write the Good Timing Guide, which provides good timing for business people and personal activities. But also I do a lot of consultations. I do custom timings for people, and I do both business and personal astrology consultations.
Yeah.
So
What's my sign?
No, I wouldn't know that without your
Oh.
birth data.
I'm not gonna tell you that it's
I'm
cheating,
not a
right?
psychic. I'm not a psychic. I'm
okay.
an astrologer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
Well, then I said just one final question about the whole manifestation thing. You tweeted in December that you wanted President Trump to suspend the elections and the runoffs. How come the universe didn't make that happen?
Well, I think there's a bigger plan at work for that. And we'll have to see how that plays out. I don't think it's played out yet. I think we're still in that process.
What process is that with the universe and Donald Trump?
Well, it looks like there's a number of states that are going to go off and do audits now. And, the fraud will be discovered, so things will change, you see. And
Sure.
yeah, so there is a lot happening that we can't necessarily see in the usual way at the moment. But we'll just have to wait and see how the universe delivers this stuff.
Now, how would
You
that
know.
work? Now, let's just say a theoretical election. Like, let's just use Trump and Biden. Like, so, let's say Biden wins the election. Does that mean that he did a better job of manifesting, or his supporters did a better job of manifesting, and the universe responded to that? Like, if something good happens to me, is that because I manifested, and something bad happened because I didn't do a good enough job of manifesting it, or where's the line there?
Oh, actually, that's a very good question. Okay, so in essence, everything that happens to you is manifested by you. So whether you term it good or bad, that is based on your energy. So, for example, let's just suppose you're self-employed and you lose a client. Now, you might term that bad, okay, but if you went back and looked at what your energy was like over the previous days or weeks, you might discover that you were frustrated or upset or stressed about something. So the universe is just delivering to you more of whatever vibration you're putting out. So whether you're getting something that you think of as positive or something that you think of as negative, it's all the same to the universe. You see, the universe is just delivering to you similar energies to what you're putting out.
So, who won the manifestation for 9/11? Was that Osama manifested?
Yeah, that was a pretty bad deal, wasn't it? Yeah. Whoever
universe?
planned that won, right?
Oh yeah. I get the sense you maybe have some theories about it.
Well, the NIST group, the guys who do standards and testing.
Sure.
They were the ones who said that they found what would you call it? A smoking gun, shall we say?
Right.
In terms of, and I forget that thermite.
The thermite paint, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's even Thor had a whole thing about that.
Yeah. So there were a number of interesting things that happened with that particular event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I get back to work. There's a problem down at the office, but I want to thank you for your time.
Okay.
And
All right.
let's hope
Thank
that
you, caller.
Trump kills all the liberals, huh? Yeah, okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thanks, caller.
Okay.
All right, caller.
Thanks.
Well, we're not going to advocate for killing anybody on dark matter. Certainly, that's not
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
good.
something we do.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah,
So let's.
Yeah, that's
no,
good.
I am
Feels like
interested. You've
that's
got.
a negative energy.
Yeah, we don't want to manifest anything here. That,
Yeah, that's negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to put that out.
Now I know you have your timing guide. Is there a way that you could figure out our timings? What would be a good time for the two of us?
For the two of you to do what?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I was also that was my question too.
So we need to. So
I do timings for all kinds of things. To
I
start
see.
new companies, launch websites, introduce new products, get married, have surgery. Things that are important. You
Yeah.
know that. Yeah.
I think the big one.
You
the big one
can
is
use the good timing guide. You can use the good timing guide for things that are less important, but still have impact, like sending out promotional emails, for example. You could use the good timing guide to send out a promotional email at a better time than you would just not knowing a good day or for that matter a bad day. So there's things that you sign a contract or purchase advertising, etc. There are a lot of different things that you do in an average week for businesses that you could use good timing for.
so
Usually
yeah.
that
I think
would be
for us,
helpful.
for us, probably the best thing to time would be we want to take our podcast, the show that we've been doing, and turn it into a TV series. So when would be a good good? I don't necessarily want to use your work for free, but maybe it would just be helpful for all of our guests to just sort of see it in action.
Well, actually, it takes about an hour to do a timing.
Oh, wow.
For something specific like that. Yeah, it's not quick. There are a lot of factors to timing. First of all, you want you and your audience to be connected in a positive way, and you want the sort of the company reputation or the program reputation to be strong, and you want to appear strong to the public, and you want to make money on it. See, so those are all the reasons why you would get a custom timing.
All true.
You see, and you might get a window to announce it that would be 10 minutes, depending on where you are and what time of year. You know, it might be 10 minutes. You might get a little longer or a little less, depending on time of year and location. But it's usually not a long window. Sometimes
so timing is down to the. It's not just like the day or the season. It is the hour, like the minute.
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah, because things are always moving. You see, and you get something that works. It doesn't last a long time. Sometimes I had somebody buying a house this week, and they had something like 25 minutes for their timing, which is actually a very long time, but in the summertime, sometimes it happens. So, it's a good custom timing is going to resolve a whole bunch of things that you want at the same time. And the same thing is true, like if you're going to start a new company, you want the company reputation to be right. You want a good connection to your customers. You want the products and services to be what you want to provide. You want the finances to work. You want high growth, most likely.
Sure.
You see, there's a whole bunch of factors that you're looking for. It's not quick. But let me just tell you a few good days that people might like. Next Wednesday, the 21st, until 3:27 p.m. Pacific time is a very good time. And that would be 6:27 p.m. Eastern time. The 6th of September is really good. Now that's a Labor Day, so it's maybe not as ideal in that sense. The 8th and 9th are also good.
So every day except for my son's birthday, which is September 7th.
7th? Well, that day has some good energies to it, but it's not quite as strong as the 6th, 8th, and 9th. But yeah, it has some good energies. And there are different cycles. You see, there's a lot of different cycles that occur at the same time. And you probably have heard of Mercury retrograde. It thwarts a lot of people, right? And that occurs, basically for 3 weeks every 88 days. And it never changes. Or if you have what I call timeouts. Timeouts are periods that occur every week, usually about 3 times a week. And they can last anywhere from a few minutes to up to 2 days. And most of them, I would say, are in the 5 to 8 hour range. Now, if they happen at night, no big deal. You're not working, maybe, depending on your time zone.
Hopefully not.
But if they or program, or if they happen during a work time, then it can be a challenge, because something that you're trying to push forward
nothing will come of it. So a typical thing is you can't reach somebody, or you can't get an answer, or you can't find information you need, or you order something and they give you the wrong thing, or it has a flaw and you have to take it back, that kind of stuff, which is just what I call nuisance stuff. But, bigger things happen too during timeouts. And one time I was working for a big corporation. They decided they were going to change a particular product line. This was test equipment. And it was test equipment for things like voltage and current and resistance and all this sort of thing. So it has safety issues with it, right? Well, they decided to change this product. They tested it during a bad time. I don't know if they tested it incorrectly or if they ended up misunderstanding the test results. That's another way that you can get the wrong situation. But after they made the product change, it turned out they had to recall the product internationally. It cost them almost $1 million to do that.
Wow.
So, and to fix it. See, so you can have very big things happen during timeouts, and that was one of the things that finally made me realize that in business, because we're not aware of timing, that probably every year there are trillions of dollars lost in business based on bad timing. That was almost $1 million, and that was one company.
Yeah.
So,
Now
you start thinking about it worldwide, you realize.
Yeah. Wow.
Big deal.
So I'm looking here also
Yeah.
some of your areas of focus in the book here, and that book is Money is an Energy Game, which is available now and at moneyisanenergygame.com. And it says that you can optimize your office for success and prosperity. So Michael and I are both in our home offices here. How might we go about optimizing our offices?
Okay, that's a great question. And my co-author is the feng shui expert, but I can give you some pointers on this because I've learned a lot over the years. First of all, declutter your office. If you have paper piles or you have, piles of boxes or stuff hanging around, your bookcases are all cluttered up, declutter your office, number one. That is the first number one thing to do. Clean up and declutter. Once you've done that, then you can start looking at some other things. Now, in the book, and I don't know do you have a book or did you get a PDF?
Yeah, we got the PDF, yeah.
Okay, so there's not a page number there, but in the book on that optimize your office, there's actually some diagrams for the best positions that your desk should be in. Now, ideally, in your desk will be in a position so that you can see the door, and you're not. You have a wall behind you. It's most positive, and you are able to see. You see, when you're able to look out at the door, you're able to see opportunities coming towards you. So that's how you want a view of the door. Now, there's ways you can fix a situation where you don't have that view with mirrors and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you basically don't want to be surprised by someone who could sneak up on you, so to speak. And you don't want to miss opportunities, you see. So you want to be facing the door if at all possible, and have your position so that your back, behind you is a wall, ideally.
Sounds like Harry Truman. They used to not let him sit in front of windows. He wanted to sit by the window when he played cards so people couldn't cheat off of him. But the Secret Service made him sit on the other side of of his home in Key West because they
Oh,
were afraid that
interesting.
he was
Yeah,
going to get assassinated through the
security.
window.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. That is a possibility. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Yeah. So there are a number of factors that are associated with an office. Now, if you're standing at your office door and you're looking inside your office, if you look to the far back left corner, so the far back left corner of the room is your wealth corner. And so you know, ideally you would like there to be something nice there, and of course decluttered. And you might have something green and growing, or you might have something that you could have lighting that you know provides more energy for that area. You could have certain colors, purple or blue or green or some pink, that would help spiff up that area and provide some energy for bringing in more money. And another tip is to move 27 things that haven't been moved in a year. So if you are feeling like things are stuck, just move 27 things. Now, this is not as hard as it might sound. You can rearrange stuff in your bookcases. You can rearrange whatever you have on your desk, you know, or table, or etc. You know, you can you can switch things up, shall we say? And so there are a lot of different ways that you can make the energy flow. Now, one of the things that happens a lot of times when people move is they move a lot of energy, right? When they move places, they move a lot of energy. And so all of a sudden things will get also cleaned up, you know, restarted in a new way and so forth. So things will start happening when people move. But you don't have to move, you see. It's more a matter of moving energy in order to get things moving and get out of some stagnant you know, energy flow. Now, and the other thing I'll mention is that, you know, pay attention to not just the office, but the environment around the office. So if you're in a home, you know, look outside. Look at the far back corner. If you're facing the house and look at the far back left corner of the property and see what's there, because that's the wealth corner. And the other wealth corner is the southeast corner by compass, feng shui. So there's two areas to pay attention to: the southeast corner and the far back left corner of a property, a building or a room. You can put that kind of tic-tac-toe board of 9 spaces on any property, any building, room, etc. So, and there's a drawing or a chart of that in the book so that you can see, you know, what's happening in each part of your house or your room. One time, my husband he was working in a company where he was in a kind of a research division, and they were going to let that research division go. So I went around to every wealth corner of the house, and I spiffed up every wealth corner and every career area in the house. And all of a sudden, they changed their minds, and they kept his group.
About that.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, what can I say? One time I was having trouble. I went and cleaned up all the wealth corner outside, and I got the biggest pay raise I ever got.
Wow. One of the things that I think
You know.
might help us the most, just to help our listeners understand, is if you could maybe lead us in one of the thankings of the universe, so we can all learn that technique. And for me,
Okay.
I'd like to I like to win money on the chase, the game show I'm going to be on tomorrow.
Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. So thank you, Universe, for having already provided plenty of winnings for Michael for being on the Chase Show tomorrow. And thank you, Universe, for having already provided Michael with all the perfect answers on the tip of his tongue. He has them quickly, easily, and immediately so that he easily wins as much as he possibly can. And thank you, Universe, for having already provided as much money as possible for his winnings tomorrow. How about that?
That sounds great. That's
Wow.
right, Universe.
Yeah, that's how I do it, and it works.
Well,
And just do
Madeline,
that
I just want
a
to
few
say,
more times.
yeah, I want to say, Madeline, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.
It's been so fabulous to have you on here. You've been so fascinating and helpful. So where can people check you out? I know that the book is out and people can go get the book at moneyisanenergygame.com. Where else should people go to learn more?
Well, my website is polarisbusinessguides.com, and that's where they can find good timing guides and newsletters. I write business and economic sort of timing newsletters so people know good times, what the energies are and how to utilize them to the best of their abilities, and also kind of what the economic situation is and how they can be better prepared ahead of time for what's happening. And so that's polarisbusinessguides.com, but they can also find that link on the moneyisanenergygame.com site. And if they go to the author page, my Polaris Business Guides link is right there on the author page of that site. So they can easily find me that way too.
That's great. PolarisBusinessGuides.com.
Yep.
Oh.
PolarisBusinessGuides.com. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, and that's POLARIS.
all right.
It's the North Star.
Yes, of course. And hope you've given us some great guidance here tonight. Well, Madeline, I'm going to let you go. It's getting late. I'm getting late here, and I'm sure you've got a lot to tend to. But it's been so great to have you on the show, and hopefully we'll have you on
thank you so
again
much.
sometime.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it, and thank you guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
All right.
And
Okay.
All right. Money is an energy game. Madeline Gerwig.
money is an energy game.
Deb
boy.
Jones comes the second that the caller hangs up. Deb Jones.
Oh my God!
Comes on the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
Deb, you would have loved this caller.
This is pure proof. This is pure proof that caller was Deb Jones, because there's no evidence that they can exist in different places.
Wow. What do you sound? Now, of course, the universe has already provided for you in terms of the game, because the game show is already taped. So
It's been taped, so the universe has provided an answer about whether I am worthy of dollars.
should we? Oh my God! I have to play this. I have to play the
Oh yeah.
the promo video. Let's play it. I'm gonna pull this up, Bilo. You stall.
Should I do some
here.
patter? I'll stall. Yeah, they've been putting up the chase. It's really nice to have like a social media team. I wish.
Wish we had a social media presence.
I wish we had a social media. Yeah. I wish we were constantly posting like clips from the show.
Oh my
stills. You can see the people. So I competed with a woman named Monica Mann and a guy named Andy Vogel, who are both great, and they put pictures of each of them up on Thursday and Friday. And so I figured that I might get to have they might put a picture of me up today, but instead they actually posted a whole clip, which is very fun.
Okay, so let's see here. This is the video that they posted on the Chase Twitter page.
If you're feeling risky and you want to start one step further from the bank, the Chaser will give you the higher offer of
$210,000.
Well, he's obviously willing to risk everything by wearing that monstrosity, so I don't know why he wouldn't go for the big offer.
I like this suit. I don't care what you say.
But I'm in it for the glory, so I'll take the high offer.
My man.
All right, if he brings this home, I promise not to talk smack on the suit again. I'm just kidding. I can't make that promise.
I love that it's go big or go home. What do you think of that, Beast?
I respect you for it, and now I'm going to punish you.
Wow, they cut a whole promo just for you.
They cut a whole promo of me. Somebody somewhere out there, people are watching the. I wish I had watched Basketball Tonight, just in case they did a promo for it. I guess they probably wouldn't.
I didn't see one. I wasn't paying attention the whole time, but I did not see a promo for it tonight.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen like cross promotion during. That's
that's a
real
prime
good
spot. They're not going to waste
time.
it on the
Yeah.
Chase.
No, Burger, no. State Farm needs to show me a Chris Paul ad for the
That's
18th
right.
consecutive time.
I don't remember seeing any Space Jam ads either, which is really surprising.
Yeah. Is it on HBO Max? Is that where
It sure is. Now, how much money did you win, Bilo?
I mean, isn't that the question? You
Yeah.
know? I think we can say, based on publicly available information, that I did accept the high offer of $210,000,
Which is good because but that money gets pooled with the other three people. It gets to your team's bank.
that money.
So-
well, I mean, and that presupposes that I survived, which
Right.
is far from a foregone conclusion. In fact, by taking that higher offer, I have increased the risk that I will not make it back to my team.
Except the one episode of The Chase that I watched, everybody took the easy offer, and none of them ever came close to getting eliminated during that round. I've only watched one episode of The Chase, and everybody took the middle offer, and they should have just taken the high offer.
Yeah.
Like even the dumbest
totally.
the dumbest person should have taken the highest offer.
Totally. I mean, that's why I took the high offer, and why I plan to take the high offer from basically, from the beginning of like when I started watching the show. I decided if I went on the show, I would definitely take the high offer because, most people who don't get caught have at least, one question's worth of wiggle room. Like they could get another question wrong and still be totally safe when they're at the end. And, the likelihood that you're going to get, even if you have one more step to go and you have one step of cushion, the likelihood that you get both of them wrong is just not that high if you are a average trivia player, or even just like if you pick randomly, your chances of getting,
because don't they
one of
also
them
put
right,
in dunce some of the answers are total dummy answers too.
For the multiple choice, I would say the multiple choice, most of the answers are not really dummy answers. Sometimes there are really easy questions, but I wouldn't say most of the answers are pretty reasonable.
The problem with The Chase to me is it doesn't you can do really well. You can do amazingly well, and it doesn't fucking matter because you have the best trivia, some of the best trivia players in the history of trivia just playing against you, and they can just beat you by having an average trivia performance for them.
That's basically right. And there are a couple of issues, right?
Let's badmouth. Let's manifest something. Let's badmouth The Chase here.
I mean, anybody who's watched the show has seen them repeat the rules for the show every time they play the game. Like on Jeopardy, they don't really I don't know. Do they tell you the rules on Jeopardy?
No,
if they
never.
Do,
they just
if they
play.
It's like
yeah,
really short. Like they tell you the amounts are doubled, but that's not even really a rule. That's just a fact to raise the stakes in Double Jeopardy. Yeah, but on the Chase, they like have to explain the rules every time. And it just is. It's very difficult to explain the rules to the show. They're like, in the first round, there's the cash builder. Questions are going to come out really fast or whatever, and then you're going to go to the individual chase. And if you can beat the chaser, you can make it back to your bank. Then at the end of and then there's going to be the final chase, and you're going to have a certain amount of a head start. And then we're going to answer. We're going to ask questions. You got to buzz. But if you buzz and somebody else answers, no. And then at the end, you'll split the bank. And it's just like this is a terrible explanation, but I don't think there is a 1 minute explanation of everything that happens on the chase like there is on Jeopardy or like.
But also it's like great. Let's say you won that, you got that $210,000 in your bank. You're just giving these other fools who I'm assuming probably didn't take the high offer. You're just giving them extra money, and then they're probably not going to take the high offer, and they're giving you jack shit.
You make an interesting point.
That's
you
dumb.
Make an interesting point.
Like, what's the point of being on a team? What's the point of having a team? Is what I don't understand. Is it because the idea is that you need more people to beat the trivia, the chaser?
That's right. The more people are like definitely helpful in the final chase.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually there's sort of like a valley, because if there's only one person, you can interrupt. So like if you don't know a question, you can just interrupt the presenter. Her name is Sarah Haynes, and she's on The View. You can just interrupt her when you have the right answer, which is what the chaser does, right? The chasers just like interrupt. Always, they sort of predict how the question is going to end, and they interrupt and they say the answer, whether it is, they interrupt and they say the answer. They get in, like, if you look at the number of questions that contestants get versus the chaser, like the chaser always gets, I don't know what, like I would say probably 25% more questions.
Yeah.
Maybe it's even, I would assume it's like at least 25% more questions. Like over the course of, let's say, you're being asked, I don't know, 20 questions. That means the chaser has like 5 extra shots, at 5 extra shots at. So yeah, and so they sort of counteract it by if you have more people, you get more of a head start. But if you have people, if there's more than one person, if neither person knows the answer, you kind of have to let the question go dead, right? You have to let them let the
because you have to let the other people try to answer, and then you're wasting your time. That's why the chaser wins 75 to 85% of the time,
that is correct.
Very stupid to me. And then how much do you win, Michael? If the chaser beats you, how much money does the contestant take home? Nothing.
The contestants take home $0, and it's not even it's not even like Jeopardy where there's like $1,000 for second and whatever for third. You get literally $0.
Wow. So even if you're really good, you have like a 15% chance of to 20% chance of winning. It seems very stupid to me, but it's a hit game show, so what do I know?
It's a hit. People love it, and if you're here, if you're here in the chat and you're here in Los Angeles and you want to come to my house and see a hit game show, let me know.
If you're vaccinated, right?
And you're vaccinated, yes, and you are vaccinated. But I assume everybody except our friend Madeline Gerwick is vaccinated.
All right, this is After the Matters, and we've got on the line right now the man, the myth, the manifester, Hunty.
Is it too late to pitch a widget?
Oh my God.
How's it going, Hunty?
All right, hear me out. It's a video game, but it's also an app. But it also will take your characteristics and turn you into a video game character, but you're not really a video game character. You're an audience member who's lit exactly the same as every other audience member and basketball player in Space Jam 2.
And what? And is sorry.
That's the plot of half of Space Jam 2.
All right, thank you.
I see.
It's a masterwork. I really enjoyed that conversation. That caller. I was in the car with a friend of the show, Jules Ford, because we had just left a movie at the New Beverly, which felt very ominous because the world is ending tonight. But we were listening, and let me tell you, that caller. I was a fan of their presentation.
You were a fan. You
The caller, not the.
Oh, okay.
The one who sounded like a mobster.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Whoever that caller was.
Not the guest. Yes.
Yes. No, it just felt like a very structured piece, which I really enjoyed. It was everything I wanted it to be. Now, here's the other thing I want to bring up, because I need to talk about the chase, because obviously I'm going to be there tomorrow because I can't wait. And I have a new set of masks and everything. You described so much about the chase. I have no idea what this fucking game show is about. But what you were talking about?
I mean, it's not really about anything. But yes, the chase is the idea is that a group of people who are pretty good at trivia go up against one of the titans of trivia, as they call them, and they ask them a series of questions about the hit 1990s and 2000 series Seinfeld, and the more Seinfeld trivia they know, the more points they accumulate, and then there's a Festivus round at the end where the contestants air their grievances and do other Seinfeld reference type things. This is
that actually does. Yeah.
So three people go up against one of the trivia greats. And there are individual rounds where the individuals bank money, and then they risk that money in a one-on-one trivia contest with the chaser. And that is sort of the sorry.
I just want to really quickly interrupt and say I'm taking a pilot writing class at the PAC, and they would tell me to get rid of all of this exposition.
No, I would agree with whoever gave that advice. Sounds right to me.
Here's what I wanted to bring up, because I think I'm getting a sense of it. But what it reminds me of is the baseball home run derby, which just happened.
Okay. The baseball home run, sure.
Because and we're talking about like the long shots of it actually being a competitive game. In the baseball home run derby, it used to be the American League versus the National League, and so it would be the 4 best hitters from the AL versus the 4 hitters, and so that would whittle down to the 2 best and the 2 best to the best of the best against each other. And then a couple of years ago, because bad ratings, they said, let's have them be one-on-one matchups. So it's 1 versus 8 seed, 2 versus 7 seed. But as a result, it's always the second hitter is always going to win, because the first guy is only setting the mark. And then the second guy is like, well, I just have to hit that.
Yep.
And that's what this sounds like to me, where it's like, I can see why that sounds like it would be more dramatic and exciting, but you understand why we're walking in quicksand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Hunty, what do you want to manifest? You know, we're talking a lot about manifesting money. I think I'm in my money corner, by the way, right now. Bilo, are you in your money corner?
Are you? No, I'm in the back right corner, which I assume
okay.
is the Yoni corner or whatever.
I'm actually in the southeast corner of my office right here, so I'm in my money corner, which is good because this is where my desk is. I accidentally put my desk in the money corner.
Oh no! Yeah, and do you have your back to a
I can
window or
see
anything?
the door. I can see the door, which is what I'm supposed to do.
Sounds like you're well on your
I'm
way.
in the money corner right here. You know what? I should have talked to her about. I actually got a raise this week without asking for it.
Hey.
I just called. I was just talking to the producer of the show that I'm about to start working on, and she was like, "Oh, by the way, you get a raise." I was like, "Okay." So
Pretty cool.
I must have done something right.
Wait, what show?
It's a HBO show called Barry.
Okay, can't say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought
It's
it
an
was
HBO
the
show
one
called
about
Barry.
replacing Good Girl.
No. Yeah, we start
'Cause,
shooting in
again,
10 days or so.
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Oh, by the way, you get a raise." I was like, "Okay, cool. That's cool. Thank you." So I must have done something.
I would say that in terms of manifesting for me, I am working, I would say, on trying to manifest balance and inner peace and stability.
Pretty cool.
All right, so what do? We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have to do it 17 times.
It's a total lie if I'm pretending that I already have it.
Well, but the universe has already given it to you in the future.
Yes, but that future is in the past.
Is it?
Well, we treat it. We pretend.
Okay, Avengers Endgame posited that your future is always in your future, and your future's past is always your present future.
Oh God.
Avengers Endgame also posited a runtime that was way too long, so I never watched it.
My favorite thing about Avengers Endgame was at the Century City Mall for like 2 months beforehand, they had to have signs up everywhere that said, "Just so you know, Avengers Endgame is over 3 hours long, which means your parking permit will not work. You will have to pay the full rate."
Because it's 2 minutes. It's 3 hours, 2 minutes. I just looked that up, so it goes past the 3 hours.
100%. I can still see in my head those pieces of paper taped up.
Brother Wags is watching the first episode of The Chase right now. I also watched the first episode of The Chase. I thought it was fucking bullshit because I was watching the show and I was like, "Oh, there's one guy on that first episode who reminds me of Bilo. He's very, very good." Well, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it for you, Brother Wags.
The first episode on Hulu or the one on Netflix?
Oh, the one on Hulu is the one I watched. The one from this season.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. They had the Beast as the first chaser.
No, it was Ken
right?
Jennings was the first one that I saw.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, who did you chase?
The Beast was I chased no one, but the Beast chased me.
The Beast.
I was chased.
That sounds ominous.
Beast.
The Beast is just a stocky British man.
He is. I mean, he's a highly professional, stocky British man.
Mark Labbit.
Yeah, I was hoping for some like Baba Yaga type shit.
Wow. He was a math and physical education teacher in South Wales.
Yes,
at a high school. He was a high school gym teacher basically. And then became
he like referenced one of the things that looks like they cut out that I remember from what do you call it? Just from the from like shooting that day was when I got up there. He was like, it's nice to see somebody with like an educational pedigree. You Yale, me Oxford.
Personal life, he married his second cousin, who is 27 years his junior, and then they separated last year. So,
yeah,
wow.
Certainly.
Second cousin, I feel like, is fair game. Is second cousin fair game? 818-650-3275. This is After the Matters, the official Dark Matters after show. We're talking about the chase.
About your cousin.
We're talking about manifesting. We're talking about the beast. We're talking with Hunty, who's on the line.
I am here, and I'm watching the Twitter chase thing as retweeted by Eileen Mary O'Connell right now, and he is stocky.
I mean,
now, did you ever consider being on?
Stocky is really inappropriate. The man is 6'7".
Oh, he is.
He's huge. Yeah, he's an enormous person.
Now, on that note, can I just bring up the most disappointing 6'7" man I know?
Is it like a basketball player? Is it Javaris Crittenton?
No, although I learned that name this week. No, I'm really bummed out about my Yankees, and turns out one of the faces of baseball is an anti-vaxxing piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, which I saw a bunch of... Did they say, a bunch of Yankee players, they had to cancel a Yankee game because it was 4 or 5 Yankees.
A Yankee game.
Yeah, it was like the premier game back from the All-Star break. Yeah, but did they announce who? And they said that not all of them were vaccinated. Did they say who it was who was not vaccinated?
4 of them were vaccinated. One of them was Aaron Judge, who was on the not vaccinated side. So we don't know if he was vaccinated, but he just came back from the All-Star game, where the host team of the All-Star game now has an outbreak and their manager is out.
Yeah.
The Rockies. Like, I'm... Fuck, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this whole we're on the other side of a pandemic thing is such a fucking weird joke right now. And by the way, Bilo is playing on a loop on my Twitter.
I just want to I don't want to run past this. Brother Wags in the chat saying that they hosted a game show pilot for Comedy Central called Ken Jennings versus the World, and Ken was cold and aloof with them. This is the kind of info this is like behind the scenes info that you can only get on After the Matters. I love that we have more people for After the Matters than the actual
It's true.
show.
People, yeah. We actually had a good show tonight for people who missed the show. We had a great call in by a man.
Yeah, we had a great by a man
who sounded a lot like Tony Soprano.
We also learned that our guest can manifest wealth, but has a 3-bedroom house. Which I
yes. She doesn't want a 3-bedroom house.
She didn't want a bigger house, is what it is. But hey, I liked Madeline, even if she does believe that President Trump won the election.
I mean, there's going to be some. They're figuring it out. You know, they're really figuring it out.
You think we could find Ken Jennings' phone number and call him?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Didn't he had like a ton of really problematic tweets back in like January, didn't he?
Well, he is
like,
he hosts a podcast with a guy named Bean Dad.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yes, that's right.
So Ken Jennings.
That was
Well, here's some other tweets from Ken Jennings. Nothing sadder than a hot person in a wheelchair. That's a Ken Jennings.
Yeah.
tweet. Jeopardy star
Yeah.
Ken Jennings. Where do you think he lives right now? He lives in L.A., right? What neighborhood do you think
He
Ken
lives in
Jennings?
Seattle. No. He lives in Seattle.
He lives in Seattle. He's near Madeline.
Yeah, he sort of famously lives in Seattle. He's like the Mariners' #1 fan.
Not famously, because
He's
I
like
didn't. I didn't fucking know, and I'm the arbiter of fame. I'm just letting you know.
That's okay. Oh,
How old is he? 55.
I don't know. Probably in his 50s, I would assume.
53.
Maybe late 40s.
53. I'm gonna try to find his phone number. 47. Okay. Oh, Kenneth W. Jennings, Seattle, Washington. Did he go to
Is he on LinkedIn?
Did he go to BYU?
Probably.
I love.
I think I read that. Yeah, and he hates
He was
hates
like
Jews, I
he was a
remember that.
computer programmer. He had a very early blog about movies. I think this is my Ken Jennings trivia that I know. He had it wasn't really a famous blog, but it was a one that had listed a lot of movies on it.
Oh my God, we have to read a dramatic reading of a Ken Jennings movie review.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, please.
Kenneth W. Jennings, here he is. Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the guy. Mormon makes sense for him. BYU Computer Science Department.
That sounds about right.
Right, found his address. Should we try calling one of these numbers? That's probably not Ken Jennings' cell phone number.
Seems unlikely, but
Why not try? What do we say if they pick up?
This is Dark Matters.
You're on the air. Well, let's see what happens. All right, I'm calling out. Our system does not ring, so we'll see what happens.
Customer you have called is unavailable to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Boo.
Oh, I could have left a message though.
Did you leave a message?
No, I hung up because I didn't realize it was a leave a message type thing. It sounded like it was a disconnected number. Let's call this one. Maybe we need to find Ken Jennings' wife. That's how we'll get it.
Yeah.
It's still ringing.
Mrs. Jennings.
Maybe back when he was singular, when he was Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings, yeah. Still ringing. I need to play a ringing sound effect when we make outgoing calls on this show. I feel like this is not going to.
You should
Hi,
play.
this is Karina. If you would leave me a detailed message and your phone number, I would get back to you as soon as possible.
All right,
Thanks.
well, that's clearly not. Unless that's a ruse, an elaborate ruse. That's not his phone number.
I hate when you type somebody's name into like a famous person's name, the autocorrector, like the autocomplete is always net worth. Like, I don't really care how much money Ken Jennings has.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list is
I get
Ken Jennings'
naked.
wife. You get naked?
I mean, I am naked.
Is that true?
I don't need to know that. Well, here's Ken Jennings' house. I just posted the link in the chat, so that's fun.
Is it a bigger house?
He's got 4,000 square feet there. That's pretty good. It's a good square footage. It's right on the
And a slightly
He's got more than 3 bedrooms. We got more bedrooms than this Madeline person.
Yeah. How many bedrooms you got, Milo?
I would say 2 bedrooms.
Oh, I was
Redfin
hoping you'd
might
say
say 3,
3.
but-
I was hoping you'd say 3, so that I could say that you have the same number of bedrooms as her.
No, I mean, you could put a person in there. There's like a third room that serves as a small office, or like, you know, bedroom for like
a child.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Deb Jones has found a Ken Jennings quote on Twitter that she would like to share.
Oh man, I just got hungry. For about 3 straight years in the late 1980s, the only dinner eaten in America was spaghetti, meatballs, supermarket garlic bread, and an iceberg lettuce salad. This is a Ken Jennings tweet. Hilarious.
I don't know. Is that supposed to be funny,
I
or?
don't know. When you're funny, you're funny. When you have it, you have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you got it, you know you got it. You know, and if you got it, give us a call. We're still taking calls here on After the Matters. For God's sake, we got a call. We're on with a caller right now. This is Hunter.
I liked Gunpowder Milkshake. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A lot of really cool Brian De Palma split diopter shots.
Gotta love those split diopters. Okay.
I don't know what that
okay, I'm looking up Ken Jennings' wife.
Ken Jennings' wife.
Yeah, that's for the new.
Oh, Jen.
No phone numbers. You can't get his wife's phone number. That's sad.
He couldn't get her number. How are they even married?
I know.
They
for
may well be awake. Also, their kids might be like in college. Like they got married in 2000, so they could have, you know.
He's
they
cheating on her, right?
You think?
What
you
are
think
the
he's
odds
doing,
that
he's
Ken
doing-
Jennings 818-650-3275? What are the odds that Ken Jennings cheated on his wife? I'm gonna say 90%.
90% that's high.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you think that?
Why don't?
Because he's rich and he's on TV and he lives in Washington, but he's always down here in Los Angeles taping shows and stuff. You know what I mean? He's cheating on, and he's Mormon. He's Mormon. That's their, you know, in their head. You know, the man is. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying 90%.
Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I have an idea.
He does have the
Because of
whole.
who he is.
Yeah.
Tweet at him. Say, hey, you're on the chase tomorrow, and if you're up right now, we'd love to have you on our talk show.
That's actually pretty smart. Bilo, do you have a Twitter account?
I do.
Tweet at Ken Jennings.
Tweet at Ken Jennings.
Tweet at Ken Jennings. Hey, at Ken Jennings. Excited for my episode of The Chase to air tomorrow. I tweeted all of them. Who are those other guys? The guy that made fun of your jacket. Say I'm live on the air. Would you
Yeah.
Would you talk to me right now for my podcast? Why not? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Kick you off the show that you're already on?
Yeah, they better not.
Tweet at them. Tweet
they
at
already
them. Tweet at them.
They went hard on your jacket.
I am.
You're
Jesus.
there.
Tweet at them. I like chanting. That's one of my interests. Like if I was gonna do a video dating profile. Hi, my name's Frankie. I'm 38 years old.
That was one of the.
I like chanting. Sorry, Hunty.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's one of the great Conan bits of all time. The guy who just chants and just keeps talking.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I agree. I believe you.
Oh, you don't?
I don't remember
it's the guy
anything.
who's like, I think you're doing really great.
Oh, okay.
And also this.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes. And it's basically just a 3-minute sketch.
Wow. check this out, guys. You are watching right now live. A man tweets in a dark room.
Yes.
This is the kind of entertainment that you get here.
This is what brings us together.
This is both the best and worst thing I've ever suggested to the show. I love it.
The Ice Cream Cone has asked whether anybody came across Vanessa Bayer's video dating profile on the old Comcast dating channel. I don't know if this is real.
Vanessa Bayer. Oh my God, this is a real. Wait, can we watch this? I'm gonna put this up. Hold on. Let's watch this while we wait for responses from your tweets. We should do a video. We should do a video dating. Wait, this is 3 minutes long. I don't know if we can watch all of this. Hold on. Boom. Boom. All right.
In You, Me, and Dupree. And at number 1, The Da Vinci Code, based on one of the most controversial novels of our time, reveals the mysterious truth about what's really behind the Mona Lisa smile.
Sassy 2. Dating on demand.
I work at an ad agency, and I like to read, and I like cooking. My guilty pleasure is probably cooking desserts and eating them. Oh, I really like Harry Potter books, so some people might think that's dorky.
What the fuck?
I think the sexiest thing about me is that I can be myself, and I'm okay with being myself, and I'm not afraid to do that. I think I've been on some dates where I've gone to movies, and sometimes those are bad dates because I don't get to talk to the person, we don't really get to talk, and especially if it's a bad movie, then it's a pretty bad date. I think if I had a superpower, maybe it would be a Gabriel's superpower.
All right, I'm gonna cut it off there. Wow, I did not know.
Wait, that was an acting exercise. It was clearly. You scrolled down. It said she did it in exchange for a gift card.
Well, I don't know. Seems real to me.
I don't know.
We should give out Dark Matters gift cards that are good for the nothing that we offer. No, that would be a great for the Christmas season this year. Dark Matters gift cards.
Hundreds of thousands of gift cards to a Dark Matter store that
doesn't exist.
Will never exist.
Or no, we'll make a Dark Matter store, but it'll. Okay, here's my scam. Okay, we sell. By the way, we still need to send out the stimulus packages. So I'm very sorry. We'll do that eventually. We'll do that.
Yeah.
I think I just heard.
You still have to send it to 3 people who we know don't
I
exist.
do
That's
have a
my
copy
favorite
of Blood In, Blood Out for Deb Jones.
We're gonna send out the stimulus packages. I think here's what we do: we set up a Dark Matter store, and we give out gift cards. But what we put all of the products on there are like disgusting things that nobody wants. like a jar of Bila's poop or something. Or
Hell
just
yeah.
like things that nobody. So you can, and we'll give it to you, and you can buy the gift cards for like $1 to give out to people, and you can tell them it's $100. Okay, yeah. Here's what you do: you can give them $100 Dark Matters gift certificate, and then they go on the website, and it's just like nothing that anybody would ever want, and they have to pay for shipping. I feel like this is genius.
Isn't that like? Isn't that kind of how the Freedom Phone grist is going? Where there's like no details on the website, and it's just like buy this phone for $500 because own the libs, and it's like $100 phone from China.
Oh, I'm not. What is that called? The human phone?
Oh, it's the Freedom Phone.
Oh, the Freedom Phone.
It's a big thing this week.
Man, we should be selling this stuff. Freedom Phone. We should have our own phone. We're missing so many opportunities. We need to manifest this, Bilo.
We should have, we had our own crypto,
Yeah.
We had our own blockchain, which was really shitty, but there are a lot of shitty blockchains out there.
A lot of shitty blockchains. I mean, who else do you know that has their own cryptocurrency? Brother Wags asking, has the Delta variant killed the chance of any live theater like the Pack coming back in 2021? I don't know. I don't know anything about Hunty probably knows the most about the Pack coming back in 2021 out of all of us.
I mean, I'll say this much. I knew what we were planning on, and I knew even kind of the trajectory of how it would, factor into Go Sketch That Was Yourself, the movie, and editing that. I don't know if I see it still being that date. And not, I was never given a date by any means, just general time zone. And I don't know. I mean, I just went to a movie tonight, but I wore a mask for almost all of it. I didn't even finish my popcorn, to be honest.
I have a question for you, Hunty. How crowded was the New Beverly? Because I have tickets for about a week and a half from now. I'm gonna catch a Lynn Ramsey double feature. I want to know how crowded it's gonna be.
This one was pretty crowded, but it was not packed.
Okay.
What we wound up accidentally doing was we sat next to what we thought was reserved for a special guest. It wound up being reserved for handicapped because there were only 2 seats left in that row. So we sat, I guess, near the handicapped, and there was no one ever sat there. So it was it was. They said it was sold out, but I would say 75% of seats were.
Okay, yeah, because this one says
so there's still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say this one is also different because it was a fresh 35mm print of a new movie that's just out.
Yeah.
And it was a Friday night. Or Saturday night.
Everybody wearing a mask in there?
Almost everybody. I mean, again, I kind of had that weird feeling of I'm not enjoying this popcorn nearly enough to just keep eating it and keep the mask off. The new band, the remodeling was really interesting because they made a bunch of choices I would not have made. It's basically a clubhouse for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood now, but that includes some of the things that maybe shouldn't be in certain places.
What, you're being vague, Hunty.
There's a very dark Native American exploitation poster that's supposed to be one of the movies that Leonardo DiCaprio was in. And it's framed as a surreal movie, and it's just right there on the line to the snacks. So you're just staring at it the whole time. It just made me feel really fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, now you said the word snacks, now I'm hungry.
It's like Leonardo. I mean, I brought the rest of the popcorn home. I just felt like if there's Delta variant in this room, which there probably is it worth this popcorn? And I said to myself, no, really not. But I did get a Faygo, and it was worth it because I used to be a juggalo.
Here's and wow, that's a big drop, by the way, at the end of a casual sentence. But we'll get to that
I
later.
knew that.
I have a joke that I wrote. I don't have the Delta variant. I have the Southwest variant. And there's a second half. There's a second half to that joke, which involved not being able to reserve a seat that I haven't worked out yet, but.
That's great. Well, when we'll workshop that joke a little bit more next week. Come back.
I don't have the Delta. I got coronavirus. I didn't get the Delta variant. I got the Southwest variant. What would the Southwest variant be? Much more crowded? I don't know. We're working on it. We're workshopping this. We're workshopping this joke, guys.
Couldn't find a seat.
You know what? The easy pivot is you got the Spirit Air version because everyone has a line about Spirit Air.
Yeah. There you go, J Flash 10 with a better joke in the chat there.
Man, I read a thread today on Twitter by
Oh, you didn't want me to applaud for that?
No, I did not. I forget whether it was an epidemiologist or not, but his basic thought, or like the basic premise of the thread was that like it seems likely that COVID like will become endemic, and that we will like at this point, yeah, COVID will just become endemic, and there's
how do we make this show endemic? I feel like this show is endemic because it's never going to go away. So maybe I think we need to make this show pandemic. That's right.
Fuck yeah.
Well, step one is making COVID endemic, and then
check
focus on your show.
Yeah.
Check.
Done.
Done. We did that. We caused COVID.
I feel like we have a pretty good strategy for having like weird anti-vax people on our show, which is get them to like us a lot and then just have weird people call in and challenge them. But because we're so friendly, I feel like that's a good strategy.
Yeah, Tony Soprano did a fantastic job.
Love
tonight.
Tony.
Oh my god.
That's what I like. The structure of the punches as they came in. Like, this is a very freewheeling show. But that just felt like I was watching like Muhammad Ali just set up for the punches. Like it really was. Like, it was fantastic writing on feet, fantastic work. So thank you, Mafia.
We should get a real Mafia person on this show. We gotta push the envelope with these. Remember when we had a murderer on our show?
We had what?
We had a murderer on our show.
I mean, if you want to call him a murderer, we know what he did.
Yeah.
The
problem with being on late is like we can't get anybody who's in jail.
That's true. We would be very popular in jail, I think. What? Not like, our show, just, you and me.
Yeah. I've got a great
Can I talk about the mobster who tried to date my mom?
Okay, pick the topic. Are you going to talk about being a juggalo, or are you going to talk about let's do a poll. Let's do a poll about what we're going to talk about.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm waiting for the poll to come in.
Hold on. Too many characters. I had too many characters. Alright, here we go. Alright, the poll is live. I made the mistake of making it a 2-minute poll. Michael Franzese.
Gotta be a long
We
2
can
minutes
get this
to fill.
Michael Franzese guy on here. Let's get him on. We've got a very impressive website, despite the fact.
Oh, did you see that that Caitlyn Jenner is going on Big Brother Australia?
No.
In the middle of the recall election,
It's almost as if she's not expecting to win.
No, she's not coming back until 3 days after the election.
She's going to be in that Big Brother house.
Shit, we gotta start
in Australia.
emailing. We gotta start emailing these people for our recall debate. These are like my favorite shows that we do, the political debates.
Yeah,
that's so good.
If we can meet another President Body,
should we just get President Body to be in this debate, even though he's not?
I think so. I think I would love to hear President Body's thoughts. I'm not like enough of a. All
right, President R19 Body.
President R19 Body. I'm not enough of a hip hop fan to know anything about Biz Markie, other than like people, he seemed like he was quite influential. But I feel like President Body is a hip hop artist, I believe.
Okay, I gotta play. Let's play a video from President Body. Yeah, this is a former guest on our show. President R19. His first name is President.
Jay Fleischman has just dropped a big reveal in the chat, but maybe we'll.
If you are a white person in the United States of America and you consider yourself to be a never Trumper, and yet the only reason why you would even consider for voting for Joe Biden is because you believe that he's our best choice for getting Trump out of office, if you make that mistake and vote for Joe, then we all going to be disappointed on November 3rd. But if you vote for me, President R19 Bodie, not only will you win, there will be a win-win. Why? Because now you can vote for a candidate that you can believe in. Elect President R19 Bodie. Make it right.
It's Bodie. We got it wrong. How
Holy
did we
shit.
get it wrong? And
I don't know.
Also,
he has four Twitter followers.
Hey, that's more than I have. I think I might have more than that. I have one tweet. Jay Fleischman in the chat dropping the bomb.
Can I?
That they know Michael Franzese. I don't know. This is amazing. We got to get this hookup. We got to get the hookup. All right. The poll ends and said mobster dated my mom. So that's the story you're telling tonight.
Okay. Okay. By the way, bad this week to Google President Body.
Well, why is that?
Haiti.
Oh, well, it's BODDIE.
I know. I didn't have the right spelling, so I typed in President Body, and I did not get things that I wanted to.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. No, like when I was 19, my parents were divorced, and I grew up in.
Okay, this is not therapy.
And, there was a really nice man who owned an auto shop in our neighborhood who was very persistent with my mother. Very persistent. Got her on one date, and then she was like, I love you. You're a dear friend. You're a part of the neighborhood. You're clearly a mobster. We're not doing this.
Your mom told the mobster that he was a mobster? I can see Beverly
my
doing
mom.
that.
Yeah. It's like, look, I know what you do. You know what I do. And sure. Why not?
Ice Cream Cones asked a solid
yeah.
question.
Michael Franzese is a motivational speaker now. former mafia underboss and now a motivational speaker. What's he gonna say? Just go out and take what you want.
Whack people.
Yeah. Somebody's in your way, you take them out.
It's a go-get-em attitude.
Blessed are...
He's the co-owner of a franchise of pizza restaurants called Slices Pizza. That's the worst name.
That's a terrible name for a pizza restaurant.
That's like the Brooklyn Nets of pizza.
It makes you think of not eating it as a whole pizza.
Yeah. Bread sandwiches.
We will have pizza at my house tomorrow.
He has a book called From the Godfather to God the Father.
Oh, God.
Oh, Father.
He lives in Anaheim Hills, California. That's good. That means he's on our time zone. We're going to make this happen.
Oh, my God.
Let's make this happen. We're making things happen. We're manifesting, Dilo.
Jay Fleischman is manifesting a fucking crazy story about this mobster's daughter.
Deb Jones just forwarded me an email, and Google says, "Be careful with this message."
Typical Deb Jones.
I feel like Deb, if I found out Deb did a bunch of email scamming, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be totally surprised.
Whoa. We've got his phone number. This is insane. I love this.
We need to find a mobster who lives in Hawaii, so it's yeah,
or in Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah. Do they have the mob in Australia?
Have you seen Animal Kingdom?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Jackie Weaver.
That's right.
She was a really mean grandma. By the way, it turns out, like, when that movie came out, it was like, oh, this is a foreign film. Now the cast of that movie is just in everything.
Yeah, because didn't you know Americans can't act, and we have to import all our actors from Britain and Australia?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you want to talk about how uncultured I was when I was 15 years old. I counted About a Boy as one of my favorite foreign films.
Nicolas Hoult as the boy.
But like back then, it was like it was like one of those movies where it's like, oh yeah, there's Hugh Grant from 9 Months, and I don't know any of these other people, and they all have a weird voice. It was directed by Americans. It's directed by the American Pie guy. Literally America.
Growing up. We should do Growing Up Gutman.
Who do we interview? Do we interview just, you as a former child, or do we interview your children, or do we interview your parents?
Oh my God, interview my parents. My parents, I gotta get my parents. They're gonna be here in about a month. There's no way they're gonna be up late enough to be on the show, but I gotta make them stay up. We can interview my parents. My parents have been on the show before.
They have,
the live show.
We called my dad, I think, for his birthday this year.
Yeah, your whole family's been on the show multiple times.
Yeah.
My parents don't drink. Deb Jones. The Gutmans. By the way, I noticed you're yawning over there. How are you holding up?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Now, what's going to happen tomorrow where, like, everybody on the East Coast is already going to know what happened, so we're going to all have to stay off our phones and stuff?
Pretty much, yeah. Don't, the Chase, like, official Twitter account doesn't really say anything, but I imagine that if you look on Facebook or whatever, you will probably see people posting things on my wall. If you are my Facebook friend.
Is it too late to get yonder bags?
To get what?
Yonder bags?
That's what they're called, right? Those like little zip-up pouches that they make you put your phone in when you go to
that would be cool.
A stand-up show.
Yeah, we should do that.
Probably yes. I got a projector and a screen so we can air it outside.
How many people are going to be at the shindig, Bilo? How many were looking at?
Honestly, nobody has RSVP'd yes. Or like
I didn't get an invite.
You didn't get.
I RSVP'd.
I sent you an email though, didn't I?
Oh, you sent me an email, but didn't say to.
It wasn't like
didn't say to RSVP though.
I know.
So that's why nobody.
The answer is I have no idea how many people are going to be there.
You should have asked people
email to say I would be there.
It's impossible to park at your house, by the way. So these people are gonna have to. They're gonna have to walk far. Is all I'm saying.
Yes, Deb Jones. Jones did RSVP.
I replied to the email.
I know. I'm sorry, but it was sent out to a significant number of people. Have neither responded. Like I had a bunch of people say like they couldn't make it for a variety of bullshit reasons. And
what was the most
nobody,
bullshitty one that somebody said they couldn't make it?
My friend Lily said she booked a national commercial, and so she doesn't want to expose herself
on Sunday. Oh, I see. She doesn't want to risk getting COVID, and then she doesn't get those big bucks.
That is correct.
Hey, well, I have COVID. I have to get COVID tests 2 days a week now for my job, so I'm gonna be like your safest friend. So you're going to know anytime you're hanging out with me. Those odds are very low. They're already low because I'm vaccinated, but you're going to know. This guy Gutman, he is tested. A corporation is spending a lot of money to test him twice a week so that he can maybe go into an office occasionally.
Hey.
But I have to still get tested twice a week because, like, if they're like, oh, shit, we need you here on Thursday, I have to, you know what I mean? So I have to constantly get tested.
You need to have been tested. Yeah.
I gotta drive to Hollywood and get COVID tests twice a week, even if I don't go to work.
Ice cream cone. I don't have your email, but I'm. But maybe you have mine.
I have Ice Cream Cone's backup email.
Nice.
So every time I email him, I get a response 3 days later.
Send us your backup emails, folks. We don't want your real emails. We want your backup emails.
Yeah. Mine is chewyelchulo@gmail.com. Wow, that is my backup email. I check it.
Mine is
very occasionally.
m.hunter. You just reverse my name, and that's where all the spam goes to. Yep, that's the fake one I have.
Ouch. Look at this thing I've got on my arm. It's pretty cool. Should we check what it says my blood sugar is?
Hell yeah. The
problem with this thing is it's like a lot higher. It's a lot higher than the actual number, which is dumb. Let's see. So it says it's 150, but there's no way it's 150 right now. It's probably like 115. But this thing is fucking...
Yeah, you definitely weigh more than that.
That's not... Yeah, I definitely weigh more than that. But it's always like way higher than the actual number for some reason. So you have to just adjust it down. That's the problem with this thing. It's cool though. I feel like a cyborg.
I mean, I feel like that's the right feeling.
Yeah. Isn't it bad in a glucose monitor? Yes, if I was taking like insulin or something where I could accidentally kill myself, yes, but I'm not, so it doesn't really matter. It's more about the trend of the data. You can see if it's going up or if it's going down. Is kind of the point of it. And you just know, oh, it's a little higher.
Like when you go to therapy, they make you fill out a chart so you can tell how you looked compared to last week.
Yeah. My therapist just stopped booking me for appointments.
That sucks.
I felt like when we were having sessions, she was just seeking my approval and not really helping me at all. It wasn't that great. It was helpful for like the first few months, and then after that it was just like she liked me and wanted me to like her, and it was awkward. Also, she believed that she was sensitive to electromagnetic radiation, so her whole house was a Faraday cage.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, like the
yes.
I forget the
like Michael
the
McKean's
actor's...
character in Better Call Saul. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She gave me some good tips on how to deal with my parents, but
hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Listen, you've got to take people for what they can give you. You know, you can't expect what they can't give you.
What can I give you, Bilo? Not much. Laughs.
Laughs.
Blu-rays. I gave you some Blu-rays.
Paris, Texas, and a Bong Joon-ho film that you called, quote, not very good.
I didn't say it was not very good. I said it was not. I said it was. I didn't need to watch it again. That's different.
Which one?
Memories of Murder. I don't think it's not very good. I just don't need to watch it ever again. I've seen it like 3 times.
Is Memories of Murder the one that has a 360 shot of stabbing to death in a cab?
I don't think so. And this is how bad I am with movies. I watched this like literally maybe 10 days ago, and I don't remember. But I don't think so. I think that's Mother.
Oh, fuck! 360 murder scene in a cab. What I had to do for a fucking what the fuck do you call it? For a reel for a script I wrote. It took place in a car, so I had to take a scene from, I believe it was one of his movies. That was just this great shot of someone being murdered to death in the back seat of in the front seat of a cab.
Yeah, people don't get murder. The murder is just discovered in a pipe at the beginning of the movie. Milo's hair does look great right now. Thank you, Brother Wags.
This is actually Brother Wags mentioned that I looked good, and I appreciate that. But actually, the credit is to the guy who did my hair on Chase, whose name is, I believe, Mark, and is a curl artist. So he like curled every one of my hairs.
Curl artist.
Like around. Yeah, he's a curl artist. He would like take my hair, like wrap it around his finger, and then like sort of let it go, and that's
Sounds
how I
romantic.
got my hair. It was intimate.
What's the equivalent of that for somebody who basically just has a giant comb over like me? A skin artist?
That is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like a hat salesman.
Yeah, a hat salesman. Thank you.
The person, you know. Is that rude?
What do I look like?
You look like Brian O'Connell's most recent headshot is what you look like.
You do look like Brian O'Connell's most recent headshot.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Or rather, he looks like
I
you.
actually did just shave my beard.
Ice cream cone. Why can't you wear hats? Is your head too big?
Mm. I feel like your talk about having stomach pain has given me also gas.
Oh, I must have manifested my gas into you and out of me.
I mean, it's possible. Is that what you asked the universe for? Was to take your? It wasn't to take your gas away, but just to transfer it to someone.
I thanked the universe for getting rid of my gas in advance.
Thank you.
And then it came out of my butthole.
That's great. The universe gave you the gift of gas, and then you returned that gift right back to the universe
my money
by
corner,
farting
but
it
it's
out
also
of
my
your,
gas
your
corner.
sphincter. Oh boy.
It's thirsty.
A lot of people are thirsty these days.
That's right. We gotta get this Michael Franzese guy on our show. That'd be what we call a get. And I'm not talking about a Jewish divorce. I'm talking about a good.
Oh! There we go. Bringing Judaism back into it.
That's right.
We're
not talking about a Jewish ritual divorce, folks. We're talking about famous people.
Talking about famous people.
You think Chess Devil's kid is going to be a juggalo?
Gonna be.
No. They're not making new juggalos, are they?
Yeah, there's going to be a gathering this year. I saw that.
But isn't it just, I don't want to say
August
pointless.
19th to 22nd.
I mean, it's outdoors, I guess.
Wait, this is not the gathering.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
Hold on. This is just spam. Spam. Here we go.
No, this song is 19 years old, and it was.
I can't hear you, Hunting. This
like when
music is very loud.
ICP had sold out.
Well, nobody heard what you said. I think
the song's 19 years old.
This song is? Oh, of course, because you're a juggalo. I saw people on pogo sticks.
Are pogo sticks a juggalo thing?
I don't know. What percentage of these people do you think are going to be vaccinated at the gathering of the Juggalos? Do you think it'll be the lowest percentage in America?
I feel like
honestly,
I feel like Juggalos are actually pretty socially forward. Despite their strange makeup.
I would say. I mean, you've heard about the Juggalo lawsuit where they tried to make being an ICP fan a gang membership, and so they've straight up fought and occasionally even won.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like it's. I by all means, there's a lot of backwatery, stuff, but it's also very much like they were rapping about, quote unquote bitches, but they were also rapping about killing people who were beating women. So it was like a very weird balance of like they were all the people who die in ICP songs are bad people for the most part, which is fascinating to me. Like, they see themselves as some weird dark karma, and they're just here to kill all the bad people.
Let's see how much this. How much do you think this costs? Whoa, $195.
To go to the gathering?
Yeah.
That probably that counts, 10 space. That probably counts, some
ICP's
kind of a
Hunt
Kucherov.
for Bigfoot. Join your expert guides Violent J and Shaggy Toot Up as they lead you on a scary hour-long journey down a haunted, abandoned trail rumored to be the home of Sasquatch. This is $350.
That's a ton of money.
Too
rich
but
for my
that's
blood.
Proposing that you would get FaceTime with the Violent J and Shaggy Toot Up,
Yeah.
which is at a premium.
$195. Holy shit. A car pass is $100, so you can't even drive a car on there? You gotta walk in there somehow. Anyway.
Yes, I mean, it seems like an interesting thing to do one day. I actually knew someone who, I know him, who worked crew on an ICP music video, and so he got all the behind-the-scenes details, and apparently it sounds like really interesting.
Philo fell asleep.
It's getting late. It's
Well,
getting
he
late,
already
ladies and gentlemen.
It's only 12:15.
We're deep. We're just scratching the surface on the third hour of This Is Dark Matters, and tonight, let me tell you, the show is going. It's going until it can't go no more.
Yeah. Well, when is that gonna be? You want to call it,
I mean,
Philo,
who-
because you're falling asleep? Is
No,
that what you're
no, no.
saying?
I'm not. No, not tonight. Tonight we dine in hell. Because tomorrow.
Tomorrow, your episode of The Chaser.
Tomorrow.
Why do you think they moved your episode up?
Why did they move the episode up? I don't know. I assume Olympics, or I don't really know. I assume like maybe the NBA Finals. They originally planned to have a game on Sunday, but they made it on Saturday for some reason. Like there was a 3-day break instead of a 2-day break. So it was, Saturday. Had they done it on Friday, Game 6 could have been on Sunday, but they decided to give it a 3-day break for 4 to 5, and then another 3-day break from 5 to 6. So I sort of dodged that issue. Oof. Anyway, that's very interesting.
So what game show is next?
What game show is next? I don't know. There's like none that exist right now that are worth doing it. The worst thing about the chase, the worst thing I will say about going on the chase is that they cut the dollar values down by 2.5x.
So it's less than it used to be?
It is 40% of what it used to be. In the first 9-episode season, the amount of money was 2.5 times higher.
Really?
Than it was when I went on.
Why did they do that? Because did a bunch of people win? I thought nobody wins the show. Hardly anybody ever wins.
Well, people won, but nobody took the high offer in the first season, even though it was like so fucking much money. Everybody just took the baseline offer, and a couple.
Because the baseline offer was high, that the people were just happy with that number.
If you got 6 questions right, it was $150,000. And that was people's number or whatever. Even though they could have gotten, more. Would I be on the Diarrhea Slip and Slide show? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am not so desperate to be on TV that I wouldn't do a show where I'd win like a lot of money. Like.
Why didn't you say shitload?
Because I don't know.
Show.
I guess it's true.
You cut yourself off real sharp there.
The diarrhea show, you do win a shitload of money. Or maybe
that's a show I feel qualified for. A diarrhea show. I'm like the Ken Jennings of diarrhea.
Is that so?
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Like if the Alex Trebek of diarrhea died, I would be in the favorites to replace him. That's all I'm saying.
I see.
Who's gonna replace Trebek, Bilo?
I don't know. LeVar Burton, maybe.
LeVar Burton, I feel like is too old, and we're just gonna be sad again.
I mean, Trebek was working well into his late 70s, maybe his 80s. I don't know. The one who's real interesting is Johnny Gilbert, who is quite north of 90 at this point. And it's still doing it. Still doing his job. He's still got that golden voice.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but
wait.
Johnny Gilbert is the Jeopardy announcer. He's the one who says, from Los Angeles, California.
Yes, Jeopardy. Wow. Magic the Gathering Johnson. I really like that screen name. That's a great name. Great handle.
We need a hot 20-something.
Also, the Gathering. We were just talking about the Gathering of the Juggalo.
Yeah, so. Male or female. I feel like, usually when you say hot 20-something, it sort of implies a woman.
This is Jeopardy. That guy's 97.
He's like Dom Pardo.
Oh, LeVar Burton's only 64. I thought he was older.
No.
You know why? Because on reading Rainbow, he was pretty young. I just remember him when I was a kid and thinking that he was really old when I was a kid. Because he was like a father figure to me when my parents were the television. He was my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Gender's not important.
Well,
just
for me, Laura
looks.
Dern. Jurassic Park is the most important thing in the world to me. Well, it's close. Baseball might be up there. Laura Dern has always been like an adult in that movie.
Oh yeah, and how old was she? How old was she? Like 20.
She's in the book. She's like 23. In real life, she was like 24, playing 22, and she's dating a 50-year-old, an actor who plays, is 45 playing.
Yeah, of course.
And to me, at the age of 6, it's just like, well, that's the adult, and that's the other adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, as a person between those two ages, you could say this is fucked up.
Could you imagine dating a 20-year-old, Bilo? Could you imagine?
No, I mean, like, because I was
how
in grad
annoying
school,
would that
like,
be?
I saw, college students, and by the time I was ready to leave grad school, I was like, these are children. These are large children who, like, I find, like.
Should I put up the picture of me with a bunch of 14-year-olds with my pants down again? I don't know where
Let's
it is.
not. I don't think that's a great. That was a great Dark Matters moment.
It's not like my dick was out.
I mean, it's still just not the best. It's not us at our best.
It's not the best.
Not us at our best.
Isn't it it's not the best, but
it's not the best.
Isn't it though?
What do I do, Hunter? What do I do with my pack points once the theater comes back?
Oh yeah, what do I do with my pack points once the theater closes?
Cool. Are they worth anything? Can I get like 1 cent per pack point? Because the pack theater owes me $503 at this point.
Do you think the PAC will ask Dark? Here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you think the PAC will ask if we, let's say we don't email or do anything when the PAC is coming back, right? Like we do nothing. Do you think the PAC asks us to come back and do a show?
I think so, yes.
Bilo?
Let me be honest. Whose dick do I have to suck to get, a prime slot at the PAC?
But we don't want a prime slot. We want our shitty shot. Our shitty slot.
We do. I know. We love our shitty slot. Ugh.
I like it with this show. We have to make sure we have a show before us that runs late 90% of the time, so that our show is 45 minutes late.
It's true. The Thursday midnight slot I loved. It was fucking
nobody
miserable
could go
to try to go to work. We
was packed that shit though. We had the first few when people still gave a shit about the theater and thought it was cool. We had people up in the rafters. We had like 80 people for those shows.
Those are fun shows.
Then people
like we had for our early Go Sketch Yourself had like fucking 60 people. It was weird how big that theater was when it opened.
Yeah. And then people are like, "Oh yeah, this is just like every other fucking theater. Fuck this." And then and it became harder. And they're like, "Oh, it's just like every other theater where the same 8 people are on every show." I'm sorry, Bilo, I talked over you.
How do I do politics at the new theater? Who can I sleep with to be on a Herald team?
Well, it's a poly thing now because you got to sleep with a whole committee now. You can't just sleep with one person. That's how they fixed that by making it a whole committee.
Committee.
Yeah.
Just means I'm gonna have some shady backroom deals done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta. Yeah. Wiz World's right. You gotta gang bang your way up there. You can't just get one person. That's the fail safe now. Who is it that you got? Who knows? Who is that person? Nobody knows.
Fuck, for all I know, it might be me.
It might be Hunter. Oh, that would be cute.
It would be cute. I wonder.
Cute.
I wonder how.
Cute is the word you picked.
Yeah.
Frankie, how mad would your wife be if you and Hunter had sex?
I think she would just be confused. I don't know that she would be mad. She would just be confused.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be welcome to watch.
Oh, thanks.
You hear that? Your wife can watch.
Wow, what a gift! I'm gonna give that to our anniversary is coming up. Our dating anniversary is next month. I'm gonna put that in a card for her. It'll be.
Yeah, no context.
It'll just say you can watch. It'll just say you can watch. It won't even say anything else.
My neighbors are having a party of some kind.
Is this your Joe Jorgensen neighbors?
I can't tell. There's like music that's been coming through our house from outside.
Should we give out ribs? Should we give out ribs at our show? Because we're gonna be in the Oh My Ribs. Should we give out ribs? Should we serve ribs? Which they never. They always teased us.
100% serve ribs.
We should just always have ribs that are. For those of you who don't know, the PAC Theater might be moving to the former space of the Oh My Ribs Theater.
Oh, I love it.
Not a restaurant. I think it even says it on their website. They think they're so clever. They wrote the theater that's not a restaurant. That's the worst.
Well, don't think like during Fringe, because they're so embarrassed of the name, they call it the OMR Theater.
Yeah. Will we live stream the show still? Yes, we will still live stream the show. We'll still do this, and then once a month we'll do the live show, and we'll figure out how to stream it. I mean, we just get worst case, just get 2 of these webcams, hook some, We could plug like 3 of these webcams into a computer and just put them up on OBS and stream it. It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good. This is a good.
I mean,
this is a good
that's
webcam.
a conversation that will definitely be, like, there will definitely be a conversation about what the tech setup at the Oh My Ribs will look like coming out of this whole year. You know what, we do have spring.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're not going to be able to use their shitty gear, and we'll have to use our own gear like before.
Yeah,
because then I'll have to train a new, because it's a new person every time there, because they're just like interns that work for free, so it's always a new person. So it just had to be like, at a certain point, you can't spend a half an hour explaining how things work every time.
Oh, here's why Ghost itself benefits from being last, is because our tech person is one of the producers of the show, and another one of the producers of the show is the house manager. We're hoping that we can just kick the whole staff out and just let us close up. And then, like, we can just manage our show.
I lost Bilo's video.
Oh, I miss him.
There he is.
Hello.
Oh, you look darker.
Yeah, you do.
All right, let's see.
Are you gonna get one of these webcams, Bilo?
Yeah, I will. They look great. I mean,
this
proof is in the pudding.
It's a good webcam. Is the new committee-run pack still gonna depend on unpaid labor? You know it is.
You know it is.
How
else? Can't pay people to run a theater.
Then you would have to charge admission, and then you would have to put on shows that people want to see. No,
people don't want to
thanks.
see shows. Big pain in the
You
dick.
would have to put effort in. No thanks. No.
No, thank you.
See, that's why I'm not on that committee.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just make good choices in life.
You know what's always a good way to run something is to run it like a condo board. What the fuck? Are we in a different room right now?
No.
Are we in your bedroom?
We're on my bed in my office.
Oh, you have a bed in your office?
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's
Is
in
it
the
so you
it's in
can
the money.
sleep better during our show.
I'm in the money corner now.
Oh, we have a call. Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Hey, what's going on?
Hell yeah, it's Chesta.
Yes.
I finally got deviled up enough to give you a call.
All right.
The arena ran late.
Damn, how late does that thing run?
Man, my last game ran at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was just a whole bunch of drunk people that came over from the restaurant across the street, which I won't say because that'll give away the location.
Yeah.
But
the location.
Yeah, well, the specific location. But the woman, she pissed herself, and then just kept calling me by the wrong name the whole time. It was fun.
She threatened to piss herself.
Yeah, she was pretty hammered, but have fun. That's what I'm here for.
I mean, it's a powerful threat. I wouldn't want someone to piss themselves. In my work area.
I mean, I got a kid to mop it up, so it's not. If she does it, I'm not going to clean it. Welcome to the... Yes, sir.
If there was going to be a chase at your Lasertron, who would win, Frankie or Michael?
Like trivia or just playing laser tag?
Just playing laser tag.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
I feel like I'm a bigger target. I'm easier to hit. Can't hide as well.
Well, you all have the same vest on, but I would say Bilo would get really into it.
Yeah, I see
and
that.
kind of like be kind of angry. I would give it to Bilo, and it's
Yeah.
really hot up there too.
Yeah, I think I tend to give up in games like that because I just don't care. I would just let him shoot me probably, or I'd try to
I like
hide.
how you said Bilo would really get in on it as Bilo is falling asleep.
I mean, you're not wrong, Hunter. You're not wrong.
I'm in the money corner of the screen here. I'm in the lower left corner of the screen.
You are. You're sinking into the money
I'm
corner.
sinking into the money corner.
Like a Scrooge McDuck.
I think.
Look at my
I think
Editor's
I'm in
Guild
the
calendar.
southeast
Yeah,
corner.
that's the money corner, baby.
But that's like where my bed and my. Well, it's not an art exhibit anymore. Now it's just a DVD player with Righteous Kill on.
I did like that you really you put like curtains. What was that over your TV screen there, Hunter? Your outdoor fucking art exhibit that you sent me.
So here's the thing. The last people who lived here, they did a bunch of random weird shit. And one of the random weird shits that they did was they drilled into the wall a like dangling set of windows, like on PVC pipe, and it's real, and you can slide it open, and the windows cover the TV. And so you can slide it so that it looks like you're looking through windows while you're watching TV. And so outdoor fucking is outdoors. And so I was watching through the window.
I thought that you made that yourself, and I was really impressed.
No, I did not. It was already there, which should be even more impressive.
That is, and it's impressive in a different way.
It's impressive in the, you know what, I'm not surprised that Hunter has that way.
Yeah.
So I came across some videos for you, Hunter, maybe to reopen your art exhibit. I was wondering if you're interested in them. It's a thing called Nude Cuties. I have a whole bunch of volumes of them. It's a vintage and retro softcore porn, like black and white from like the 60s and 50s to 70s. And then I have something called Big Bust Loops Volume 7.
I don't know if my father has ever masturbated to anything made before the year 1980 or after the year 1999. That's my only concern.
What do you think he masturbated to that was non-porn related that you could watch?
Oh, you mean before 1980?
Yeah.
I mean, at that back then, you know, if they played the national anthem, then you went to bed.
I just want to point out Bilo is asleep again. Oh,
Not asleep again.
When I say that he wakes up, I was worried about that. Did you fall asleep on the set of The Chase, Bilo? Did that happen?
I did not. It was very, very cold in there.
Yeah. Maybe you're in a suggestive state right now. How much money did you win or lose on The Chase?
Well, I didn't lose any money because, you know, I didn't venture any money. But as to whether I won anything for, I won anything at all, that is something that we'll have to find out tomorrow.
What are your parents excited? Are they
Oh,
are they gonna watch tomorrow?
They're here in LA. They're gonna watch.
Oh, they're gonna be at the party. Hell yeah! Where are they staying?
Who knows? A travel lodge or something like that.
Not at your house.
Yeah,
Are you
not
gonna
at our
live
house.
stream this?
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the earlier show. I really don't. The later one we can try live streaming it, but it's got its own set of risks.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna watch it.
Could we put the entire house under a Faraday cage?
Just watching Viola fall asleep. It's beautiful. This is peaceful.
All right. Well, we've made it to the better
12:40.
part of 3 hours.
Yeah, we're almost as long as Avengers Endgame.
Callbacks, kids.
You can
Remember, if
you
you
can
were watching
park at
earlier,
this show though. You can get your parking validated at this show.
You can. And you know what? It's free. The validation is free, and it just reads your license plate on your way out. And, you don't even need to waive your ticket or anything.
Westworld Live saying you can get the channel torched
Yep.
if we try broadcasting the chase. What would be the worst consequence of getting the channel torched? Four people would be without entertainment once a week.
Some people twice,
Well, I mean, I know Jules Ford, when he did his 18-hour live stream of all of the Fast and Furious films, what he and Ted Harris set up, and I know Ted is one of the big tech people on the digital side. What they did is they set up the watching of
I'm not
the
asleep.
movie
Fuck you.
on a Zoom. What's that?
Frankie has
They set up the.
You were asleep when I typed. You were asleep when I typed that. I'll put it in my clipboard. I'll paste it back in when you fall asleep again.
Sounds good to me.
Wait, I think that's the second fuck you from Pylo in the history of the online show.
Oh wow.
I really found
you
your
weren't
nerve.
here for the. No, I think it's possible to stream it just on a private Zoom link and then just be talking about it on Twitch. And then share out the private Zoom link.
Should I order the DVD set of the show I worked on?
For Good Girls?
No, for kidding. We don't have a Good Girls does not come out on DVD.
Oh, it should though. People would buy it.
Oh, season 1 and 2 are on DVD, but not season 3 that I worked on.
Does it have commentary?
I don't know. I wonder. Probably not. Let's see what the special features on this bad boy are. Doesn't even say.
Does it have a discussion track between the rapper Common and my friend Terry?
Who? What?
Wait. You worked on the Jim Terry show?
Yeah, I did.
Was that any good in your opinion? I saw it. I'm like, I think I'll pass.
There are things that I think are really cool about it. I think it had some tone issues. Like there were some we did some really cool things on it. But it was a little uneven.
There was that one classic shot of the entire room set being changed, where they showed the behind the scenes of it all. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, or I did a whole episode with Michelle Gondry that was like an episode of a kids show, and we did all this construction paper animation and stuff. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good, and there's great acting. But
what's Michelle Gondry like?
Sleepy. He's very sleepy. He's very funny and he's very sleepy. He doesn't sleep very well, so he would come into my edit bay and he would go on the couch and he would give me notes and then he would take a nap and snore and then I would do the notes and we would wake up and go over them. And then he would vaguely threaten me by telling me stories about editors he fired on different jobs, different movies he worked on, and the editors that they fired. And then he would tell me that my editing was too slow. But he was really, at least to me, really fun to work with.
It does sound like they give you notes, then they go to bed, and then they wake up and you show it to them. It's got to be the best workflow.
A lot of times, I mean, it kind of is the best because it's hard to. You get things done faster if the person's not doing it with you because you have to stop and show them. If they just trust you and you do it, it's a lot faster. Yeah. Usually only either less experienced people or control freaks will do it the other way. But most people just give you the notes and they leave because then they can go, eat lunch or something.
Can you give an extreme example of either side? And this is not shit talking. I'm just genuinely curious because I never would have pictured Michel Gondry taking a nap.
Well, I think also because this show was not... He had never worked in TV before, so he did not realize... Okay, we have to end the show soon because my wife is falling asleep and the baby is still awake. But, in a movie, the director is king, so whatever he says goes, and he was having trouble... rightly so, being like, I'm Michel Gondry. What do you mean I don't get final cut on this? So I think at a certain point, by the time I worked with him, he was sort of a little resigned to that. But also, I think he was just legitimately having trouble sleeping, in life. So he was just very sleepy all the time. I don't know what to say. Whoa. Some demonic shit going on in Chest Devil's end of the line.
It sounds like he's in the middle of being shot at the Lasertron right now.
The extreme end of that would be, I won't say which show because I didn't work on it, but my friend worked on a decently well-known comedy show where he edited, and the main actress was the showrunner. And she literally made him re-edit the entire show with her behind him. Didn't use anything that he did and just started from the beginning and just clicked through takes of every single line. And it was not Whitney Cummings. And then fired him.
It was... I feel like I've heard, maybe not that story, but I think I know who I'm going to guess it was. Do you want me to not guess it?
You can guess if you want.
If I'm right.
You'll probably be wrong just because...
But
I want you to guess anyway. Oh, we lost Chest Devil.
No, because it sounds... It sounds like what was lining up with the Patricia Heaton show.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not.
With
It was not. It was less...
Okay, because I know she...
Yeah.
I know she and her husband were the showrunners on that one.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, though. If that was like a multicam, though, those are the... If you ever want to win an Emmy, you should be an editor on a multi-camera sitcom because they only make like 5 or 6 of them. So then they have their own category. So if you work on one, you just get nominated for an Emmy every year because there's no competition. It's pretty ingenious, and it's the easiest job ever.
It was like the 5 years when sketch show and late night broke up into their own categories, and so it was just every sketch show and late night show.
Yeah, exactly.
The Emmys.
Yeah, and this is for multi-camera comedy, of which there are literally 6. And then the other end of the spectrum would be like on Good Girls, like towards the end when I started to just know the show really well. Like we would mostly just air my cut for the most part, and with like little tweaks.
Oh, that's really cool.
Little tweaks here and there, But I kind of just knew what they wanted, and so like towards the end,
Yeah,
it'd be like 99% my cut.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like, according to IndieWire, the problems on that show were on set.
Yeah. Well,
according to IndieWire.
According to IndieWire. According to TVLine.com. Or whatever.
Oh, TVLine.
Yeah, TVLine.com. Yeah, I never had any problems. All right, I gotta end this because Bilo's asleep. My wife is asleep, but my son Reggie is not asleep. And that's a problem. You can't have a sleeping person holding a non-sleeping baby. Hunter, do you have anything to plug?
Send Reggie my... yeah, come say hi to me tomorrow at Michael's party.
All right. Come to Michael Bilo's house on Fernwood Avenue tomorrow night to watch The Chase. And we'll see you next week. I'm going to be in Lake Tahoe. Bilo's going to have to run the show on his computer. So that'll be a fun adventure. And I don't know what we're going to do. I'll be in the woods. Maybe I can do the show from the woods. All right. Good night, everybody. Oh shit! I should play. Wait, I gotta play the Bilo song. What am I thinking? I gotta play our outro music. It has two, but the Bilo has 2 monthly listeners, and I know for a fact that we are both. Is it working? Oh, that's not the right song. That's Jay Retard. Here we go. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. I gotta play this. I'm required to play it. Where's Spotify? Why isn't Spotify working? Spotify. It should work. Here we go. Alright, hold on, guys. I'm gonna make this happen. My Spotify input got messed up. I'm not gonna let this stop us. Audio input capture, you know it. You know I'm gonna pick the one called Spotify. I'm gonna press OK. Here we go. There it goes. Oh, I gotta have this queued up every time. From your ears to your laser tag arena, this is Bilo with Heart. We'll see you next week on Dark Matter / After the Matters.
Come check it out.